Hi everybody, it's nice to have you back with us. Time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Big thanks to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks, of course on board with Western Province Rugby and the Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, and of course CyberSmart Internet Service Providers. We'll talk about that a little bit later during the course of the show. Back in studio with me, Renzel Botman. Renz, nice to have you back, man.
Thanks for having me, Japes. It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
It is a pleasure to be on the show. Alistair Tace back with us. Ali, nice to have you back, man.
Thanks. Good to be back.
I see you proudly wearing your CPUT outfit.
Yeah, I normally wear my CPUT kit. I try to give them as much airtime as possible.
Yeah. I did ask you guys earlier on, are you being headhunted? Are people phoning you guys for coaching jobs? Or have they realized, no, you're kind of locked down?
No, I'm sticking with CPUT.
You're sticking with CPUT?
I had a couple of calls, but I'm sticking to my plan.
Yeah, it's sticking to your plan. And Renz, is the cat out of the bag yet? Do people know where you're going?
No, I'm staying. So I'm lucky enough to still stay at Davies, yeah.
Is there kind of a rule of thumb, like by when should one make it public that you're at a club? I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, obviously, once everything's confirmed, that you're moving. But I'm a firm believer in when you leave a club, you leave on good terms.
Yeah.
And when you enter a club, that your coaching philosophy, your vision aligns with the club's vision.
Yeah. So do you think that the game has changed, Renz? Do you think the game has changed in the last 10 years of coaches moving around? Has it changed a bit?
I think it changed a lot, though.
Yeah.
Looking at where we were and where we're at the moment, I think Western Province Rugby also played a big role in that with their workshops and all that they gave to the coaches. So coaches actually got a lot of knowledge in these years that passed. So,
that's true.
so
But what's the picture that you guys also get from other provinces? It's now becoming like a job, coaching, whereas coaching before was you were coaching.
Yeah, look, coaching before it's a hobby. It's something you're digging into your spare time. But as the game has evolved, and clubs have evolved, and communities have found sponsors, etc. So they could invest more in coaches.
Yeah.
And coaching now has become not just a hobby, but a second job. You're training on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. You play on a Saturday. You're analyzing on a Sunday, and then you're having a meeting on a Sunday evening about the week ahead. So it becomes like a full-time job.
So if it's become a job, are we not in a dangerous place here? When you start having to make decisions and money is playing a role, is that not a kind of a dodgy space?
I would say so.
Yeah.
For the fact that you get like the silly season, as they say it. So, as players normally goes around to clubs, sometimes it gets a bit scary when you see coaches also does the same thing, jump from one club to another.
Yeah, I think that sponsors and funding and selections don't always go hand in hand.
Yeah, JP, it's a fine line because coaches they're passionate about sport, and sport people in general, or people who's passionate about sport, if they could work in a sporting environment, they would grab it with both hands, and coaching at a club who could afford you could remunerate you, could be that job for you.
Yeah. All right, folks, so tonight is a little bit of a highlight show. We're going to take a look at some of the league winning matches, Hamilton's and Durban. We're going to take a look at UWC and Van der Stel, Macassar and Primrose. We'll chat through some of the seasons, call it look back. And of course, we'll take a look back about the sevens and just have general conversation as we take a look at our top topics. Let's go to our first highlights here, folks. This was, of course, in Super League C, the finals, Macassar and Primrose. was, of course, the Super League C finals held at City Park this week. Macassar against Primrose, and of course Primrose walking away there with a win, 37 points to 27. What a season for both sides there, Renz, and I think now that we've got the luxury of hindsight and seeing the MC boys at the sevens, credit to Primrose, but credit to Macassar as well.
Well, yeah, Macassar, good season. Came down this year from Super B, and actually did well this year, just to go back up to Super B. It's not easy coming out of Super C.
Yeah.
But Primrose as well. I think they had a bit of a slump through the few years, but welcome to see them back in the Super B
Yeah,
again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Alistair, what do you?
Yeah, I think you meant Primrose there, going down from B to A. Look, they just missed out on surviving the year before, but they changed personnel. They focused on the home ground. They got Ricky in, and then they had a stellar of a season to get back up. But that's off to Macassar as well. They've been knocking on their door for promotion to the Super B for a while now, and they finally got it right this time.
Well, you can also see it. Like the reason I was mentioning the sevens is that you can see it in the spirit of the team, and the spirit of the players. Is that you didn't necessarily. I mean, it was hard to pick that up during 15s because it's one game.
Yeah.
And we saw in the sevens all that other extra activity.
Yeah.
You know, the vibe and so on. Although during the sevens, Macassar was there in full force at the 15s at City Park, but you could see that there's a team that was playing for each other. They were having fun.
Yeah.
That's partly what carried them into the mix.
Yeah, I think for Macassar, it's not just on the field, it's off the field as well,
Yeah.
where they support the players, and it brings a lot of energy into the team.
Yeah.
You know, and the team is playing for the community. They're playing for the Macassar club.
Yeah. Always good to see that sort of competition, though, Renz. I mean, both these sides are going to make a name for themselves again in 2025.
Look, I think both these teams are good teams. Definitely going to be a force to reckon with in the new season coming.
Yeah. All right, folks. We have got, by the way, on our Facebook page called it Top Topics, where we've asked you to tell us what do you think we should be talking about on Cape Rugby TV. Top topics, and of course tonight our top topics are the highlights. But we will go to our Facebook page and see what you've put down as the comments. We want to hear what you have to say and what you want us to talk about. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's UWC and Van der Stel. Back in a sec.